Call Alol Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kakodash. This is Malak Magania, GMS Toronto, GMS Toronto 2, GMS Wisdom. I'm also uploading on Odyssey, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Kakodash. Again, once more, we've been following this up in regards to Bill Gates. As you can see, excuse me for these articles coming up. Okay, on here we're gonna have this. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff coming up. I didn't ask for all this thing that you see showing up on the screen, so it just pops up whenever it wants, right? Bill Gates, these demons and these algorithms here. But anyway, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yeshai again once more. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule and teach well in spirit and in truth, and to the men and women who are pushing in the time of Bible prophecy right before our eyes in the year of turning it up. The Lord is turning it up, okay, to end this thing, to end the rule of Esau, the old world, okay, the old heaven that the Lord has set up, right? And these people are trying to buy time with their work that they have to do, okay, their work in wickedness. And mainly that is to, of course, bring about their one world order, and with Yasha Allah at the top, the original rulers of the universe, and they're permitted to come at them and the Oikoumene, the rest in the world. But we're not going to talk about the Oikoumene. We're just going to go into what this man is doing here, what he's set up to do. And it says the title, just by the title, that Bible prophecy is fulfilling right before our eyes. It's not fulfilled, but it's fulfilling. The scroll is unrolling, and I've made I want to say hundreds of videos on this guy since 2018. This character that you see here, right? And this is the man 40 years ago, okay, who inherited Microsoft with Paul Allen. He said 40 years ago, I will have a computer on everybody's desk, right? And I'm doing this video from the computer. And these people will take credit that this is their technology, but this goes back to the Urim and the Thummim. But anyway, let's move on with the topic. Enough of that. It says Bill Gates predicts this technology will replace his smartphones. So the reason why I mentioned computers, right? If you go back to a time in the 80s, and that's when he made that statement. Actually, him and Paul Allen, okay. Well, actually, this guy made that statement that he'll put a computer on everybody's desk, right? And then came the cell phones. The character, I think his name is Martin Cooper. He claims to have developed the Motorola. And then Bill Gates and them, they came with the computer, right? The so-called computer, and put it on your desk, right? Put it on your desk that we're using today, okay? And he has claimed that technology as his own. Right, but these people are just when you corner them and go into the facts and bring the information in regards to that, which I'm not going to do in terms of how the machines came to be, but they're proprietors of these things. So in other words, they're the slave master, the oppressors, and the wicked that has this work to do. Right, so replace the smartphone. So I'm going to get into the article, just one or two paragraphs I'm going to read. It says the company Chaotic Moon developing an innovative electronic tattoo, aka digital identification, biometric exit entry visa tracking system, RFIDs, okay, because that's what's next, okay, meaning when I say next, I'm talking about in terms of mandate. It's going to be mandated. How it's going to happen? The Lord is going to bring one of those bring several or one of those perplexity crises to bring this thing about. And right now, the Lord has a rumor of war in Russia, and that is very much will lead into at some point. I'm not sure how the Lord's going to do it, into Armageddon, but we're not watching Armageddon right now because not all the nations are involved, and the countries are not getting blown up like Ezekiel 38 says it. Anyway, I digress. So I gave it a list of things, and the first scripture that's coming to me, right, is just bearing out on me for the Israelites the hopeful elect, they're going to claim Law 253 in the Torah, okay? And it says, "You shall not make any cuttings in the flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you." Tattoo, any form of tattoo. And that's what this is, right? And when you take a needle, that's also cutting into the flesh. If this has to be injected with a needle or what have you, placed under the skin, okay, whether it's temporarily or not, that's what this article is saying, right? So he predicts a new type of technology. You have what you would call it, Elon Musk scaring people and telling them that he's going to turn them into monkeys, basically. I mean, if they take the Neuralink implant, I'm just being facetious with that. But you know what I'm talking about. 3/5 of a human, that's what a monkey is. So he wants to turn you people into a monkey. And here you have Bill Gates telling you that he's got an electronic tattoo. The new type of technology for smartphones. Now, I'm going to get straight to the article. It says, "It is not the first time that Gates dared to make predictions, as he showed when he spoke about a new pandemic that will attack humanity. And now the author and lecturer has spoken of an electronic tattoo, right? AKA digital identification, however you want to put it. Okay, what technology will replace smartphones according to Bill Gates? It says the billionaire businessman refers to the electronic tattoos developed by the company Chaotic Moon, right? Ding, ding, ding. Red flag should go off. Look up the word chaotic moon or chaotic. It says a biotechnology-based technique that aims to analyze and collect information from the body through, and this is the article, this is the paragraph I wanted to read, right? Through among the data that this tattoo will store, there is initially talked of a medical and sports information which it will be possible to prevent and control diseases. Hey, listen, let me finish the article. As well as improve physical and sports performance by means of a vital sign. So he wants to put an electronic all or ool, right? To control these people. Brilliant. This is called the mark of disobedience, or the MOTB, which is how it's set out in the Bible, Revelation 14 to verse 17. And you can read also the last verse that talks about the elect will have wisdom to resist this because the spirit of truth is on them. Okay, and no Israelite of the elect is going to embrace an electronic tattoo, because as I read to you in Leviticus 19:28, Law 253, this thing is an abomination. If you do this, it's going against the Lord's law, right? So yes, it's an electronic ool. That's what he wants to put to replace the Most High, basically. And you can't do this, Bill Gates. Yeah, you could do it to the masses. You're going to be permitted. But guess what? Here's the thing, right? It says in the book of Job, when they're about to fill their bellies, okay, when they're about to fill their bellies, man, the Lord is going to rain it up on them. As a matter of fact, let me get that scripture. I didn't plan to bring it up, so let me pull it up there while you take a listen, right? And I want you guys to see this character here. All right, this is another character. He's coming from what you would call a politician side. Would you say not? What's the word I'm looking for? A tyrant. This guy here is Charles Schwab. He's coming from. It says obeying authority without question. He's coming from a dictator standpoint. He's no different from Putin. He's no different from Joe Biden and the rest of them. They're all dictators, right? Kings, wicked kings of the earth. They're just doing their jobs. All right. So let me get to that scripture in the book of Job. So when they're about to accomplish this, okay, Job 20 and 23, when he's about to fill his belly, The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And listen, when the Russians see that this is destroying their world and the rest of those nations, those nations that's allied with Russia, and when the Lord put his spirit upon them to release these missiles to destroy America, okay, because the final mandate is going to come from America, right? AKA the Babylon, the golden city, right? If you study the scriptures and you understand what the word city means, it's not talking about the Vatican, right? The Vatican is just set up as the religious arm of Esau that is filled with pedophiles and bestiality people, men that like to have sex with animals and children, okay, especially boys, mainly boys, okay, these men in there that call themselves celibate priests. So this is not talking about the Vatican in terms of the great city, okay, it's talking about America. All right, so it says, yeah, Job 20 and 23. That, I think that's my last scripture because I don't need, as a matter of fact, I'm going to read it in closing because the mark of the beast, right? So I read to you there about belly, when he's about to fill his belly. I'll read it again. When he's about to fill his belly, and the belly goes back to all his wicked desires, okay? All right, because it's beyond his mind now. It's in his gut, so to speak. It says, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath, which are the nuclear missiles, and shall rain it upon him while he's asleep, while he's eating. He'll be sleeping too. All right, so that's what I've got, and then I'm just going to close it off, right? Because I gave you the scriptures that have to do with the mark of the beast, what we've read here with this character, this electronic tattoo, right? When it says, so it says here, and he causeth both all small and great. He causeth both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. So this is very important, verse 17, right? He don't force you to be a part of the system, and if you're not a part of it, well, we're going to take away your privileges, your so-called freedom, and they rehearse that with this pandemic. And most of you people who have taken the jump shot, 1, 2, 3, 4 jump shots, you're going to be the first candidates. And all of you people who love tattoos, you will take this as well, because you're gullible, you're simple, and hey, the Spirit of the Lord is not working with you, man. You're gone, because these people, Bill Gates is now your God. Bill Gates and the rest of them and these elites like Charles Schwab, those are your God. Okay? So it says, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark. So you have to have the mark or the name or the number of the beast. And then here's the scripture now in closing. This is where the election of the Lord is set aside. It says, here is wisdom. Let him have an understanding to count the number of the beast, for is it the number of a man, and his number is 603. So in other words, the elect knows that the mark of the beast is the mark of disobedience, and the wicked and you people that are drunk with the image of the beast as well, okay, you're going to believe that the mark of the beast is a good thing, all right? But those who have the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding and the faith and the fear of Yahweh Shem Shai know that this is the mark of disobedience. All right, so that's pretty much what I got here, right? It says here, okay, biometric exit entry visa tracking system, aka electronic tattoo, aka enter digital identification, M.O.TB equals RFID chips, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, so yes, this character here, man, you can see how he looks, man. He's up to no good as usual, but keep doing your job, Bill. You were called to do that. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I've said a lot, and hopefully this has been edifying. I just wanted to get it out there. You're going to hear a lot more about this. He might change the name from electronic tattoos to something else. All right. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.